Yeah, folks, we welcome you back again to the introduction of the Boafo Pa waste oil stove. This stove works using waste oil. If we say waste oil, we are referring to waste oil from our vehicle engines. If you have a car and you change oil for the car at that period, most often that oil is left with the filters, and God knows what this does with it, and most of the time they mishandle it, and this have effect on our aquatic life and also the environmental in general. We have come out with this technology so that we can burn that waste into cooking or where heating is required, either in factory or in restaurants, in schools, bakery, chop baths, and other places where heat is required to process food or whatever it is. So this is a model of the stove. This, you can see, this is a very small one. This is a tabletop that can cook for the family for about 10, 20, or 30, no problem. It comes with the various fishes. You can see the waste oil tank. We open here and you fill it with oil. It's not only dirty oil from vehicle, but can use machine oil. Any oil at all that is not good for purpose can be used. It can be a cooking oil, but if it is no longer edible, it can be used. For instance, you fry restaurant where they do a lot of deep frying. At the end of the day, they have a lot of oil that is no longer fit for purpose. Can be put into the oil tank. The oil tank has a valve here. When the valve is turned on, it drip oil into this small reservoir. When the reservoir is filled to a certain level, it flows into the combustion chamber. In the combustion chamber, we have air nozzles, because this stove use the system of pyrolysis, which means that you need to inject some oxygen into the system. By oxidizing it, then you have the quality of blue flame that is always needed for cooking, devoid of any environmental issue. So you can see it comes with a blower, and like I said, the purpose of the blower is to oxidize the system, send oxygen into the combustion chamber here. Of course, the blower has an adapter, DC adapter, for regulating the speed of the fan. On a high speed, mean that you need a big fire. If you want a small fire for cooking like rice or stew or small heating, you don't need a big fire. So you can regulate the blower, adjust it so that as you are regulating the speed, that determines the kind of heat that you want at the time. Yeah, this is very simple. And so it requires some amount of electricity. That electricity should not scare you. This is just a small blower from 5 volts to 12 volts. That's what it uses. Yeah, and its consumption is not anything to write home about. It's very small. Just like we're charging a mobile phone. Yeah. In the absence of electricity, for instance, if you are living in an area where there is no electricity, it comes with a battery and a charger as a package. So anytime the battery is connected to the blower, and if you finish depleting the battery or you run the battery out of power, the charger is there to recharge it for you. Okay. Now, if like a zero electricity area at all where there is no power, you've moved into a new area, then this this is not the issue. So the solar panel comes in. That's why we have the solar panel attached to it. The purpose of these solar panels is to convert sun energy into electrical energy. So when you expose the solar panel to sunlight, automatically it has some power in it, and that power is enough to charge the battery for you to operate the blower to get the stove running for you. So in fact, this Boafo Pa stove has come at a good time. In Ghana, as we are all facing a little bit economic hardship, and even if we have LPG in abundance, it still comes with affordability, and also sometimes the distance where you are, by the time you organize yourself to get LPG home, you have to spend a lot of money. But with this stove, this is about 200 liters, and these 200 liters can cook for you for about 8 hours. We have other types. This is about 1.5 liters. This can cook for you for almost 3 hours. So you can imagine, if for instance you have to do your weekend cookings, where you cook a lot of soup and food and put them into the deep freezer to be heating during the working days. On weekend, the Boafo Pa stove is good to go. That's what you use to do all your heavy cooking. Then maybe from Monday to Friday, you can use your LPG for reheating the food for the family. Then the weekend again, when Madam want to do plenty cooking, then you turn back to Boafo Pa stove again. Most of us, by the grace of God, now have vehicles in our homes. Some have big cars, 2, 3, 4, and it costs you a lot of money to change oil for the vehicle. And after changing the oil, that black gold which you let go, now you can convert it into energy to help your cooking. So it's very good. Try to join us, in this social revolution where we are all trying to manage ourselves through the harsh economic times. And this stuff has come at a better time. So if you see our adverts, please call us and for more details, and join the forum for free energy, and also trying to manage our waste. You see, if we don't manage our waste properly, these waste oil are destroying our aqua life. They are burned wrongly and bring a lot of emission into the system. So we are trying to have a method of trying to burn this oil properly in the form of waste management to help ourselves and help the planet. Thank you very much.